So this is the English Channel. It's quite a cloudy day today, 2nd of May 2021. We'll be going closer and exploring the coastlines of the English side of the English Channel. So here we are standing, looking on at the English Channel. It's quite a calm day today, despite the clouds in the sky. However, if we look carefully, we can actually see the waves, and the direction of the waves is quite interesting when we're looking at the physical geography. We notice it's moving towards the eastern part. The waves move towards the east of the coast. This is an important fact, as we would see later on. As I walk along the coastline, we can see the vegetation, which is unique to this part. So the question we ask ourselves is, what was responsible for this water mass, the English Channel that we're looking at, that separates England from France? If we look into the distance, we can't see France because of the atmospheric conditions. So on a clear day, we will be able to see Europe. Let's travel back in time to 10,000 BC. Here we can see Great Britain attached to mainland Europe. Dodgerland is this area here, which was part of the North Sea but was actually land at that time. And we can see where we are at present. There was a land bridge connecting northern France with Great Britain. However, around 5,500 BC, there was a huge tsunami that washed through Doggerland, and this tsunami was caused by the Storegga slide, which was a underwater landslide off the coast of Norway, which resulted in a tsunami that was 10 meters high and extended 40 kilometers inland, which caused the separation of Great Britain from Europe. And hence we are standing on the coast now, looking along the channel that was created. So let's make our way up this hill as we continue to explore the southern part of England. And here we stand at the edge of a cliff, looking down, and these are the white cliffs. As we stare down the edge of the cliff of the English Channel, we ask ourselves the question of how this all formed. Why are the white cliffs white? What's it made of? We shall investigate this further. Here we are walking towards the Beachy Head lighthouse, and you can see the white cliffs next to it. We look at the English Channel. We shall venture up higher now to that line. The beautiful waters of the English Channel are quite blue-green, hidden within that body of water. Why is the mystery to why the white rocks are actually white. Notice the waves gently flowing. The direction is quite important as we see it flows towards the east. As a geographer, this is an important fact as it helps to partly explain why these cliffs are being eroded away and what helped to form the English Channel. For us to understand what formed those white cliffs, we must travel back in time, back to a time 70 to 100 million years ago, where the Earth was still quite young. As we can see, there were no landmarks we were familiar with. It was quite a different time. However, we can see here Northern Africa. And if we were to travel higher up, we would come to these islands, which are actually England to the north. And this is where it was quite tropical and organisms lived. These organisms were called phytoplankton. In particular, there was one particular type called the coccolith, which contained calcium carbonate, and when it died, its calcium carbonate shells remained and deposited layer after layer, forming the limestone rocks of the White Cliffs that we see today. Here again we stand on the cliff edge, overlooking the English Channel. And in the distance we can see the Seven Sisters. These cliffs can extend up to 162 meters at some parts. Here we will venture even closer to the cliffs. It's way, way down. It's at least 100 feet. And what we shall do is we shall try to take a souvenir with us, a piece of the White Cliff. As any geographer, this here is piece of the White Cliff. We will keep this for later as we examine what it is made of. Recall the rock that we took from the White Cliffs. This is piece of the White Cliff. I've actually extracted a smaller portion of it, and according to theory this should be calcium carbonate, limestone, and it should be able to react with an acid. I have here an acid which is vinegar, ethanoic acid, a weak acid. I've put it in this container, and I've also put some normal water into this one. So if theory is correct, it should not react with the water, but it should create bubbles of carbon dioxide with the acid. So first of all, the control in the water. Nothing really happened. Let's take it out. And now let's put it into the ethanoic acid and see what we get. And if you can see what I'm seeing, there are small bubbles of carbon dioxide that is actually being produced. And we can actually have a smell to it actually. You can see the bubbles coming up now. Here they are. Proof that there is the bubbles. It's reacting with the weak acid. evidence that those coccoliths 70 million years ago have created the white rocks. We're now here at Langley Point. Again, in the distance we can see where we came from, the white cliffs at Beachy Head. And in particular, notice what this beach is made of. These are called shingles, and they play a very important part when we consider what's responsible for the erosion of the cliffs. Here we're standing very close to the edge. We shall take a walk towards the water. As keen physical geographers, notice the undulating horizontal sand dunes, more or less, made of stony sand, you want to call it that. As you go closer, these pebbles become smaller and smaller, but they're quite stony still and they're considered to be shingles. We take a walk, and actually you can see here I'm standing on the edge. This is the very cold waters of the English Channel. Here we are walking towards the Mellors Tower, a tower that was constructed as a gun tower to defend the southeast coast of England. But we're more interested in the physical geography of the land, and we will explore this in a little bit more detail as we get on. So I've managed to make my way a little along the man-made rock structure here. As you can see, what these shingles have done, it has eroded away onto the land. And man has tried to compensate for this by these structures that are put in place. So this is Ryan the Explorer, and we have seen the white cliffs. So this is my first episode in this series of the physical geography of the Earth. Please stay tuned next time. So in the meantime, this is Ryan saying that we have no limits, we are limitless. The sky is not the limit, neither the stars.